Hi everybody, welcome back to Peaceful Mind, Dreams and Meditation. I really hope you are all well. I would love to share another dream that I recently had in May. The date was May the 20th, 2022. And I believe that this dream is related to Terra Luna Classic, which is a cryptocurrency that myself and my husband are invested in. I'm not sure if this dream is prophetic as such, but it was really interesting to me, so I would love to share it with you now. So my dream begins. I was making 4 clear bubble balloons and they were all equal size, and I was trying to tie them with some elastic bands. So if you're not aware, bubble balloons are balloons that are made out of a plastic material rather than latex, and they expand into a perfectly clear circle shape rather than the egg kind of standard shape that a balloon normally would make. And they're used for making really nice decorative balloon displays with them. Like you put flowers in them, or you can put teddy bears in them, or that kind of thing. So some of you may have seen them, but just Google bubble balloon if you're not quite sure on what it looks like. But in my dream, I was trying to make 4 of them in a row. And inside the balloons they had reflected bright green grass on the inside, and around them, and occasionally inside the balloon a gold letter M glowed inside them. And it's almost as if the M's were magic, so they weren't being held up by anything inside the balloon. They were just glowing very gently inside, and sometimes they were bright gold and sometimes they were very dim. People were trying to distract me from completing the balloons, but I knew to carry on with making them. I was expecting there to be a gold M in each one, and at first I thought that the M meant McDonald's. So the M did look like an M for McDonald's, like the standard M that they use as their marketing. But it became apparent that the M signified something else, but in my dream I wasn't sure what it signified at that time. I felt that there was a significance to also the number 4, so 4 balloons, for example. I was becoming flustered that people around me were trying to talk to me and not let me make the balloons, but I managed to complete them before the M's started to glow inside of them. So I had a time frame to get the balloons inflated and tied correctly and positioned in a row, in a perfect row of 4, before the M started to glow very brightly gold. And then I woke up. So I woke up in the early hours of the morning, and I kind of just lay still in bed for a little bit and thought, oh, that was an interesting dream. And then when I was awake, I had a very bold vision, a very quick vision of a whiteboard, and it said 4.9. So it looked like somebody had wrote or typed 4.9, the digits, in a goldy brown kind of color, and it was like the vision was slapped right in front of my eyes. It was very like big and like apparent in my I guess I'm not really good at kind of all of the words, but like maybe the subconscious vision, or however you word it. So I was awake, like my eyes were open, but it was like I couldn't see anything in my bedroom in that moment. All I could see was a white background and 4.9. And so I thought, oh, 4.9, that's really random. I didn't think anything of it again. But because me and my husband obviously were talking about cryptocurrencies the night before, and we'd just invested a bit of money into Terra Luna Classic, so I thought, wow, I can't really go back to sleep at the moment, because I'm kind of a bit like overstimulated from the dream that I had. So I thought, oh, I'll have a look on Coin Market Cap, I believe it's called, which is a website where you can basically see like all of the trending cryptocurrencies, well, all of the cryptocurrencies available to purchase, I believe, and you can see like what number they're trending at, and read like tweets that get obviously people put them out on Twitter, but because it's a hashtag, you can read the tweets on CoinMarketCap as well. So I scrolled all the way to the bottom. I had a look to see what number Terra Luna was, and it was probably like 0.000. It definitely had 4 zeros, and then it was like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 or something like that. And so I scrolled down to the bottom and thought, oh, I'll just read some of the tweets. And there was a lot of like, obviously, cryptocurrency jargon and stuff, which I don't really understand. But somebody randomly, or a random account, wrote Terra Luna to $15, and then like loads of like rocket emojis and stuff, and I thought, oh, okay. And that was the first tweet out of all of the ones that I was reading. That was the first one where somebody had predicted a number to what Terra Luna could possibly go to within the next few months. And obviously a prediction is a prediction. It is what it is. Nobody really knows what the crypto market or stock market or anything really is going to do from a day-to-day basis. So I went back to sleep and I told my husband that, I had this dream about 4 balloons, etc. And then when I woke up, I had a vision of 4.9, and kind of like as a kind of, how do you word it? Like, I said to him, oh, maybe you should like type into, he's got like an app where you can figure out like what you would receive back in American dollars. So obviously we live in England. So if we, when we make some money from cryptocurrency, we'll obviously transfer it from the dollars to UK sterling pounds. But at the time I said, to my husband, why didn't you find out what $15 would be with the amount of Terra Luna that we had invested in at the time? Why didn't you find out what that would be in dollars? And when my husband typed in the digits, for Terra Luna to be $15, and then however many we had at the time, it equated to perfectly $4.9 million. And I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, there's no chance that I just had a dream about 4 M's. So at the time, like I said in my dream, I thought that the M was M for McDonald's, but now I believe that M is M for million. So I was making 4 balloons, and I had obviously this real like pressure to make these balloons. But I believe that the balloons signified obviously one each, so 1 million each per balloon. And obviously with the bubble balloons in particular, you have to be very careful and very cautious when you make them, as they can easily pop. And obviously I had a time frame to be quick before the M started to glow, so it all makes sense with being careful and cautious with what you invest in, but also getting in there when you've got the correct time frame to do so, because obviously, as we all know who've invested in cryptocurrency, once a time frame goes by for you to invest, it's going to be very difficult for you to get back into. So yeah, I couldn't believe that at the time we worked out that $15 equated to 4.9 million, and I had a vision of 4.9. So I do believe that I was told that specific digit from God, really, to be honest, because there's no way that I would know that it would equate to 4.9 million. I don't have any interest in working out sums to that extent. My husband is the main investor in our family, and he kind of just does stuff, and I learn things passively from programs that he watches. But there's no way that I would have known that without my husband's help to work out the maths. So I feel very blessed to have had a vision to basically know how much Terra Luna we could potentially get if it went to $15. So that was a really cool dream, I would say, to have, and I just thought that I would share that experience with you. So thank you very much for taking the time to listen. I hope you remain well, and I will see you in my next video, I guess. Take care, and God bless.